Welcome. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. The story of Youssef Bouganem. Once upon a time in a small village in Morocco, there was a young man named Youssef Bouganem. Youssef came from a humble family. His father was a farmer, and his mother worked hard to maintain their small home. The family was poor, but they were rich in love, kindness, and respect for others. Youssef grew up in a village surrounded by mountains, far from the bustling cities. Despite their poverty, his family had a strong sense of community. The villagers would often come together to celebrate festivals, help each other with work, and share meals. From a young age, Youssef was taught the values of hard work, humility, and generosity. However, Youssef dreamed of something bigger than the village life. He wanted to make a change, not just for himself, but for his family and his community. But he knew that to do so, he had to leave his village and seek opportunities in the city. One day, after many months of thinking, Youssef made the difficult decision to leave his family behind and head to the big city in search of a better life. His heart was heavy with the thought of leaving his parents and the peaceful village he had known all his life. But deep inside, he knew that he had to take this step to fulfill his dreams. Life in the city. When Youssef arrived in the city, it was much larger and more crowded than he had imagined. The streets were filled with people, cars, and the sound of honking horns. It was overwhelming for someone who had grown up in a quiet village. The city was full of opportunities, but it was also full of challenges. Youssef didn't have much money, but he was determined to find work. He spent his first few days wandering the streets, asking for jobs, but everyone turned him away. He was too inexperienced, too young, and too poor, they said. But Youssef didn't let that discourage him. He knew that persistence was the key. One day, while walking along a busy street, Youssef came across a small shop. The owner of the shop was a middle-aged man named Mr. Hassan. Mr. Hassan was kind-hearted and had a reputation for being a fair employer. Seeing that Youssef looked tired and hungry, Mr. Hassan offered him a meal and asked him about his life. After listening to Youssef's story, Mr. Hassan decided to offer him a job as an assistant in his shop. It was a small start, but Youssef was grateful. He worked tirelessly every day, learning about the shop's operations, handling customers, and keeping the shelves stocked. Mr. Hassan was impressed with Youssef's work ethic, and over time, he became more and more valuable to the shop. The turning point. As months passed, Youssef grew more confident in his abilities. He started saving a small amount of money every month, hoping to eventually open his own business one day. He knew it wasn't going to be easy, but he was determined to make his dreams come true. One day, Mr. Hassan sat down with Youssef and told him something that changed his life forever. "Youssef," he said, "I have seen your hard work and dedication. You have potential to do great things. But remember, success does not come overnight. It comes with hard work, patience, and a willingness to learn from your mistakes." These words stuck with Youssef. He realized that the road to success would not be easy, but it was possible if he stayed focused and true to his values. Youssef's success. With Mr. Hassan's guidance and his own determination, Youssef started his own small business. He didn't have much to start with, but he used the skills he had learned in Mr. Hassan's shop and worked day and night to make it successful. Slowly, Youssef's business grew. He started making connections, gaining loyal customers, and even hired a few people to help him. Years passed and Youssef became a successful businessman. He never forgot the lessons he had learned from his humble beginnings. He always remained kind, humble, and generous, helping those in need just as he had been helped when he first arrived in the city. Youssef also made sure to give back to his village. He started a fund to help young people from his village receive education and training, so they wouldn't have to leave the village as he had done. His success was not only his own, but a success that benefited his entire community. The lesson of the story. Youssef Bouganem's story teaches us many valuable lessons. It shows us the importance of perseverance in the face of adversity, the power of hard work, and the significance of helping others along the way. Youssef's life is a reminder that no matter how difficult life may seem, with determination, kindness, and the right guidance, we can all overcome obstacles and achieve our dreams. The end.